50. Noun. A banknote or coin with a denomination of 50. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 49 and before 51. Flame. Noun. The visible part of fire. A stream of burning vapor or gas. Emitting light and heat. Verb. To produce flames. To burn with a flame or blaze. Adjective. Of a brilliant reddish-orange gold color. Like that of a flame. Consuming. Verb. To use up. Noun. Consumption. The process by which something is consumed. Adjective. Holding one's attention or interest. Biases. Noun. Inclination towards something. Predisposition. Partiality. Prejudice. Preference. Predilection. Verb. To place bias upon. To influence. Revoke. Noun. The act of revoking in a game of cards. Verb. To cancel or invalidate by withdrawing or reversing. Rates. Noun. The worth of something. Value. Verb. To assign or be assigned a particular rank or level. Verb. To berate. Scold. Noun. British. New Zealand. Or Australian. Taxes. Usually on property. Levied by local government. Relevancy. Noun. Sufficiency, of a statement, claim etc., to carry weight in law. Legal pertinence. Agent. Noun. One who exerts power, or has the power to act. Listen. Noun. An instance of listening. Verb. To pay attention to a sound or speech. Reed. Noun. Any of various types of tall, stiff, perennial grass-like plants growing together in groups near water. Expected. Verb. To predict or believe that something will happen. Adjective. Anticipated. Thought to be about to arrive or occur. Promoted. Verb. To raise someone to a more important, responsible, or remunerative job or rank. Skating. Verb. To move along a surface. Ice or ground. Using skates. Noun. The action of moving along a surface. Ice or ground. Using skates. Annoyed. Verb. To disturb or irritate, especially by continued or repeated acts. To bother with unpleasant deeds. Adjective. Troubled. Irritated by something unwanted or unliked. An annoyance. Vexed. Deaf. Noun. A deaf person. Noun. With the those who are deaf. Taken as a group. Verb. To deafen. Adjective. Unable to hear, or only partially able to hear. Fields. Noun. A land area free of woodland. Cities. And towns. Open country. Verb. To intercept or catch a ball and play it. By. Noun. The position of a person or team in a tournament or competition who draws no opponent in a particular round so advances to the next round unopposed, or is awarded points for a win in a league table. Also the phantom opponent of such a person or team. Engaged. Verb. Heading. To interact socially. Adjective. Agreed to be married. Medical. Noun. A medical examination. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the practice of medicine. Optimized. Verb. Originally intransitive. To act optimistically or as an optimist. Awareness. Noun. The state or level of consciousness where sense data can be confirmed by an observer. Day. Noun. Any period of 24 hours. Verb. To spend a day, in a place. Helpful. Adjective. Furnishing help. Giving aid. Useful. Insignificant. Adjective. Not significant. Not important, inconsequential, or having no noticeable effect. Seated. Verb. To put an object into a place where it will rest. To fix. To set firm. Adjective. Sitting. Softly. Adverb. In a soft manner, gently. Alcoholic. Noun. A person addicted to alcohol. Adjective. Of or pertaining to alcohol. Sandwich. Noun. A dish or foodstuff where two or more slices of bread serve as the wrapper or container of some other food. Verb. To place one item between two other. usually flat. Items. Adjective. Of a meal or serving size that is smaller than a dinner. Ranges. Noun. A line or series of mountains, buildings, etc. Verb. To travel over an area, etc. To roam, wander, board. Noun. A relatively long, wide and thin piece of any material, usually wood or similar, often for use in construction or furniture making. Verb. To step or climb onto or otherwise enter a ship, aircraft, train or other conveyance. Jewelry. Noun. Collectively. Personal ornamentation such as rings, necklaces, brooches and bracelets, made of precious metals and sometimes set with gemstones. Class. Noun. A group, collection, category or set sharing characteristics or attributes. Verb. To assign to a class. To classify. Adjective. Great, fabulous, along. Adverb. In company, together. Preposition. By the length of, in a line with the length of, lengthwise next to. Magician. Noun. A person who plays with or practices allegedly supernatural magic. Constituent. Noun. A part, or component of a whole. Adjective. Being a part, or component of a whole. Depressed. Verb. To press down. Adjective. Unhappy, despondent. Finds. Noun. Anything that is found, usually valuable, as objects on an archaeological site or a person with talent. Verb. To encounter or discover by accident. To happen upon. Crafts. Noun. Strength, power, might, force. Verb. To make by hand and with much skill. Expect. Verb. To predict or believe that something will happen. Anywhere. Adverb. In or at any location or an unknown location. Pronoun. Any location or an unknown location. Marketing. Verb. To make products or services available for sale and promote them. Noun. Buying and selling in a market. Castle. Noun. A large building that is fortified and contains many defenses. In previous ages often inhabited by a nobleman or king. Verb. To house or keep in a castle. Citizens. Noun. A resident of a city or town, especially one with legally recognized rights or duties. Splint. Noun. An inferior kind of cannel coal from Scottish collieries. Having a slaty structure. Noun. A narrow strip of wood split or peeled from a larger piece. Verb. To apply a splint to. To fasten with splints. Emails. Noun. A system for transferring messages from one computer to another, usually through a network. Verb. To send an email or emails to. Noun. Enamel. Newer. Adjective. Recently made, or created. Restricted. Verb. To restrain within boundaries. To limit. To confine. Adjective. Limited within bounds. Attached. Verb. To fasten, to join to, literally and figuratively. Adjective. Connected, joined. Conditioning. Verb. To subject to the process of acclimation. Noun. The process of modifying a person or animal's behavior. Schedule. Noun. A slip of paper, a short note. Verb. To create a time schedule. Lens. Noun. An object, usually made of glass, that focuses or defocuses the light that passes through it. Verb. To film, shoot. Deployment. Noun. An arrangement or classification of things. Lot. Noun. A large quantity or number, a great deal. Verb. To allot. To sort. To apportion. Overwhelming. Verb. To engulf. Surge over and submerge. Noun. A situation of being overwhelmed. Adjective. Overpowering, staggering, or irresistibly strong. Allegation. Noun. An assertion, especially an accusation, not necessarily based on facts. Replace. Verb. To restore to a former place, position, condition, etc. To put back. Sacred. Adjective. Characterized by solemn religious ceremony or religious use. Especially. In a positive sense. Consecrated. Made holy. May. Verb. To be strong. To have power. Over. Spot. Noun. A round or irregular patch on the surface of a thing having a different color, texture, etc., and generally round in shape. Verb. To see. Find. To pick out. Notice. Locate. Distinguish or identify. Adjective. Available on the spot. For immediate payment or delivery. Record. Noun. A disc. Usually made of a polymer. Used to record sound for playback on a phonograph. Noun. An item of information put into a temporary or permanent physical medium. Features. Noun. One's structure or makeup, form, shape, bodily proportions. Verb. To ascribe the greatest importance to something within a certain context. Microphone. Noun. A device. Transducer. Used to convert sound waves into a varying electric current. Normally fed into an amplifier and either recorded or broadcast. Verb. To put one or more microphones on or in. Powder. Noun. The fine particles which are the result of reducing dry substance by pounding, grinding, or triturating, or the result of decay. Dust. Verb. To reduce to fine particles. To pound, grind, or rub into a powder. Noun. A very pale blue color. Noun. Freshly fallen, uncompacted snow, especially in the context of alpine skiing. Courier. Noun. A person who looks after and guides tourists. Verb. To deliver by courier. Derive. Verb. To obtain or receive something from something else. Stain. Noun. A discolored spot or area. Verb. To discolor. Auditorium. Noun. A large room for public meetings or performances. Skillet. Noun. A pan for frying, generally large and heavy. Verb. To cook in a skillet. Insects. Noun. An arthropod in the class Insecta. Characterized by 6 legs, up to 4 wings, and a chitinous exoskeleton. Gravity. Noun. The state or condition of having weight, heaviness. Sincere. Adjective. Genuine, meaning what one says or does, heartfelt. Favorite. Noun. A person or thing who enjoys special regard or favor. Verb. To favor. Adjective. Preferred or liked above all others. In less qualified. Guilt. Noun. Responsibility for wrongdoing. According. Verb. To make, to agree or correspond. To suit one thing to another. To adjust. Adjective. Agreeing. In agreement or harmony. Harmonious. Adverb. Accordingly. Correspondingly. Colonel. Noun. A commissioned officer in an armed military organization. Typically the highest rank before flag officer ranks. Generals. It is generally found in armies, air forces or naval infantry. Marines. Verb. To act as or like a colonel. Design. Noun. A specification of an object or process. Referring to requirements to be satisfied and thus conditions to be met for them to solve a problem. Verb. To plan and carry out. A picture. Work of art. Construction, etc. Attacked. Verb. To apply violent force to someone or something. Muddy. Verb. To get mud on something. Adjective. Covered with or full of mud or wet soil. Percentage. Noun. The amount, number or rate of something. Regarded as part of a total of 100. A part of a whole. Genetic. Adjective. Relating to genetics or genes. Provision. Noun. An item of goods or supplies, especially food, obtained for future use. Verb. To supply with provisions. Placement. Noun. The act of placing or putting in place. The act of locating or positioning. The state of being placed. Relationships. Noun. Connection or association. The condition of being related. Get over. Verb, to overcome. Mistake. Noun, an error, a blunder. Verb, to understand wrongly, taking one thing or person for another. Solve. Noun, chiefly law enforcement, a solution, an explanation. Verb, to find an answer or solution to a problem or question. To work out. Fire. Noun, a, usually self-sustaining, chemical reaction involving the bonding of oxygen with carbon or other fuel, with the production of heat and the presence of flame or smoldering. Formative. Noun, grammar, a language unit that has morphological function. Adjective, of or pertaining to the formation and subsequent growth of something. Photograph. Noun, a picture created by projecting an image onto a photosensitive surface such as a chemically treated plate or film, CCD receptor, etc. Verb, to take a photograph of. Gentleman. Noun, a man of gentle but not noble birth, particularly a man of means, originally ownership of property, who does not work for a living but has no official status in a peerage. An armiferous man ranking below a knight. Noun, possessive case of gentleman, belonging to some or all gentlemen. Noun, a lavatory intended for use by men, often including urinals in addition to toilets. Accounting. Verb, to provide explanation. Noun, the development and use of a system for recording and analyzing the financial transactions and financial status of an individual or a business. Adjective, of or relating to accounting. Lands. Noun, the part of earth which is not covered by oceans or other bodies of water. Verb, to descend to a surface, especially from the air. Quiet. Noun, the absence of sound, quietness. Verb, to become quiet, silent, still, tranquil, calm. Adjective, with little or no sound, free of disturbing noise. Interjection, be quiet. Essential. Noun, a necessary ingredient. Adjective, necessary. Clue. Noun, a strand of yarn, etc., as used to guide one through a labyrinth. Something which points the way. A guide. Verb, to provide with a clue. Joined. Verb, to connect or combine into one, to put together. Downtime. Noun, the amount of time lost due to forces beyond one's control, as with a computer crash. Capital. Noun, already produced durable goods available for use as a factor of production, such as steam shovels, equipment, and office buildings. Structures. Adjective, of prime importance. Refill. Noun, a filling after the first. Cruel. Verb, to spoil or ruin one's chance of success. Adjective, intentionally causing or reveling in pain and suffering. Merciless. Heartless. Adverb, to a great degree, terribly. Initiated. Verb, to begin, to start. Security. Noun, the condition of not being threatened, especially physically, psychologically, emotionally, or financially. Professor. Noun, the most senior rank for an academic at a university or similar institution. Informally also known as full professor. Abbreviated professor. Next. Noun, the one that follows after this one. Adjective, nearest in place or position, having nothing similar intervening. Adjoining. Adverb, in a time, place, rank or sequence closest or following. Preposition, on the side of, nearest or adjacent to, next to. Sleeve. Noun, the part of a garment that covers the arm. Verb, to fit a sleeve to. Optional. Noun, something that is not compulsory, especially part of an academic course. Adjective, not compulsory, left to personal choice. Elective. Microphone. Noun, a device, transducer, used to convert sound waves into a varying electric current, normally fed into an amplifier and either recorded or broadcast. Verb, To put one or more microphones on or in. Interests. Noun. The price paid for obtaining, or price received for providing, money or goods in a credit transaction, calculated as a fraction of the amount or value of what was borrowed. Verb. To engage the attention of. To awaken interest in. To excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Noun. The persons interested in any particular business or cause. Taken collectively. Saw. Noun. A tool with a toothed blade used for cutting hard substances, in particular wood or metal. Verb. To cut something with a saw. Annotations. Noun. A critical or explanatory commentary or analysis. Stick. Noun. An elongated piece of wood or similar material, typically put to some use. For example, as a wand or baton. Verb. To cut a piece of wood to be the stick member of a cope and stick joint. 11th. Noun. The person or thing in the 11th position. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 11. Declaration. Noun. A written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Playground. Noun. Outdoors. A large open space for children to play on, usually having dedicated play equipment, such as swings and slides. Realtor. Noun. A person or business that sells or leases out real estate, acting as an agent for the property owner. Parents. Noun. One of the two persons from whom one is immediately biologically descended. A mother or father. Verb. To act as parent. To raise or rear. Celebrity. Noun. A rite or ceremony. Ground. Noun. The surface of the earth, as opposed to the sky or water or underground. Verb. To connect. An electrical conductor or device. To a ground. Laughing. Verb. To show mirth, satisfaction, or derision, by peculiar movement of the muscles of the face, particularly of the mouth, causing a lighting up of the face and eyes, and usually accompanied by the emission of explosive or chuckling sounds from the chest and throat. To indulge in laughter. Noun. The action of the verb to laugh. Gaining. Verb. To acquire possession of. Noun. Gain. Profit. Completes. Noun. A completed survey. Verb. To finish. To make done. To reach the end. Limited. Verb. To restrict. Not to allow to go beyond a certain bound. To set boundaries. Noun. An express train that only halts at a limited number of stops. Adjective. With certain, often specified, limits placed upon it. Fridge. Noun. A refrigerator. Verb. To place inside of a refrigerator. Profile. Noun. The outermost shape, view, or edge of an object. Verb. To create a summary or collection of information about a person, etc. Electric. Noun. Usually with definite article. Electricity. The electricity supply. Adjective. Of. Relating to. Produced by. Operated with. Or utilizing electricity. Electrical. Copied. Verb. To produce an object identical to a given object. Breaks. Noun. An instance of breaking something into two or more pieces. Noun. A section of extended repetition of the percussion break to a song. Created by a hip-hop DJ as rhythmic dance music. Administrator. Noun. One who administers affairs. One who directs, manages, executes, or dispenses, whether in civil, judicial, political, or ecclesiastical affairs. A manager. Repaired. Verb. To restore to good working order. Fix, or improve damaged condition. To mend. To remedy. Verb. To transfer oneself to another place. Verb. To pair again. Consideration. Noun. The thought process of considering. Of taking multiple or specified factors into account. With of being the main corresponding adposition. In case. Verb. To enclose, as in a case. Fifth. Noun. the person or thing in the fifth position. Verb, to support something fifth, after four others have already done so. Adjective, the ordinal form of the number 5. Babysitting. Verb, to watch or tend someone else's child for a period of time, often for money. Noun, the work of a babysitter, the care of children in the temporary absence of their parents. Bricklayer. Noun, a craftsman who builds walls and such like out of bricks. Adjectives. Noun, grammar, a word that modifies a noun or describes a noun's referent. Verb, to make an adjective of, to form or convert into an adjective. Janitor. Noun, someone who looks after the maintenance and cleaning of a public building. Idiomatic. Noun, a manner of speaking, a mode of expression peculiar to a language, person, or group of people. Adjective, pertaining or conforming to the natural mode of expression of a language. Disappointing. Verb, to sadden or displease someone, by underperforming, or by not delivering something promised or hoped for. Adjective, causing disappointment. Looking. Noun, the act of one who looks, a glance. Below. Adverb, in a lower place. Preposition, lower in spatial position than. Evenings. Noun, the time of the day between dusk and night, when it gets dark. Adverb, somewhat dated. In the evening, during the evening. Movies. Noun, a recorded sequence of images displayed on a screen at a rate sufficiently fast to create the appearance of motion. Noun, by extension. The cinema. Salt. Noun, a common substance, chemically consisting mainly of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, used extensively as a condiment and preservative. Verb, to add salt to. Adjective, salty, salted. Request. Noun, act of requesting, with the adposition at in the presence of possessives, and on in their absence. Verb, to ask for something. Optimize. Verb, originally intransitive, to act optimistically or as an optimist. Birdwatching. Noun, observing or identifying wild birds in their natural environment. Bikes. Noun, a vehicle that has two wheels, one behind the other, a steering handle, and a saddle seat or seats, and is usually propelled by the action of a rider's feet upon pedals. Verb, to ride a bike. Noun, a hive of bees, or a nest of wasps, hornets, or ants. Noun, a motorcycle. Noun, a local woman who is sexually promiscuous. Enumerator. Noun, a person who, or a thing that enumerates, a counter or iterator. Remove. Noun, the act of removing something. Verb, to move something from one place to another, especially to take away. Face. Noun, the front part of the head of a human or other animal, featuring the eyes, nose and mouth, and the surrounding area. Verb, of a person or animal, to position oneself or itself so as to have one's face closest to something. Civilization. Noun, an organized culture encompassing many communities, often on the scale of a nation or a people. A stage or system of social, political or technical development. Proper noun. Collectively, those people of the world considered to have a high standard of behavior and, or a high level of development. Commonly subjectively used by people of one society to exclusively refer to their society, or their elite subgroup, or a few associated societies, implying all others, in time or geography or status, as something less than civilized, as savages or barbarians. Cf. refinement. Elitism. Civilized society. The civilized world. Consistency. Noun, local coherence. Harvester. Noun, a person who gathers the harvest. Choose. Verb, to pick, to make the choice of, to select. Conjunction, the binomial coefficient of the previous and following number. Factor. Noun. A doer. Maker. A person who does things for another person or organization. Verb. To find all the factors of a number or other mathematical object. The objects that divide it evenly. Buddy. Noun. A friend or casual acquaintance. Verb. To assign a buddy, or partner, to. Dehumidifier. Noun. A device for removing the moisture content from air. Fraud. Noun. The crime of stealing or otherwise illegally obtaining money by use of deception tactics. Verb. To defraud. Shepherd. Noun. A person who tends sheep, especially a grazing flock. Verb. To watch over. To guide. Olives. Noun. A tree. Olea europaea. Cultivated since ancient times in the Mediterranean for its fruit and the oil obtained from it. Angrily. Adverb. In an angry manner, under the influence of anger. Disappointment. Noun. A feeling of sadness or frustration when a strongly held expectation is not met. Print. Noun. Books and other material created by printing presses. Considered collectively or as a medium. Verb. To produce one or more copies of a text or image on a surface. Especially by machine. Often used without or off. Print out. Print off. Adjective. Of. Relating to. Or writing for printed publications. Notebooks. Noun. A book in which notes or memoranda are written. Below. Adverb. In a lower place. Preposition. Lower in spatial position than. Briefcase. Noun. A case used for carrying documents, especially for business. Cheer. Noun. A cheerful attitude. Happiness. A good, happy, or positive mood. Verb. To gladden. To make cheerful. Often with up. Injured. Verb. To wound or cause physical harm to a living creature. Settle. Verb. To conclude or resolve something. Penny. Noun. In the United Kingdom and Ireland. A copper coin worth 1/240th of a pound sterling or Irish pound before decimalization. Abbreviation. D. Verb. To jam a door shut by inserting pennies between the doorframe and the door. Domain. Noun. A geographic area owned or controlled by a single person or organization. Gratitude. Noun. The state of being grateful. Fill in. Verb. To fill. To replace material that is absent or has been removed. Loves. Noun. Strong affection. Verb. Usually transitive. Sometimes intransitive. Stative. To have a strong affection for someone or something. Verb. To praise. Commend. Looking. Noun. The act of one who looks. A glance. Meal. Noun. Food that is prepared and eaten. Usually at a specific time. And usually in a comparatively large quantity. As opposed to a snack. Complexities. Noun. The state of being complex. Intricacy. Entanglement. Learn. Noun. The act of learning something. Verb. To acquire. Or attempt to acquire knowledge or an ability to do something. Ought. Noun. Property. Possession. Officially. Adverb. In an official manner, according to official rules or regulations. Oyster. Noun. Any of certain marine bivalve mollusks. Especially those of the family Ostriidae. The true oysters. Usually found adhering to rocks or other fixed objects in shallow water along the seacoasts. Or in brackish water in the mouth of rivers. Verb. To fish for oysters. Adjective. Of a pale beige color tinted with gray or pink. Like that of an oyster. Folks. Noun. A grouping of smaller peoples or tribes as a nation. Noun. The members of one's immediate family. Especially one's parents. Elusive. Adjective. Evading capture, comprehension or remembrance. Depend. Verb. Followed by on or upon. Formerly also by of. To be contingent or conditioned. To have something as a necessary condition. To hinge on. Millions. Noun, long and short scales. The cardinal number 1,000,000 to 106, 1,000,000. Midday. Noun, noon, 12 o'clock during the day. Cave. Noun, a large, naturally occurring cavity formed underground or in the face of a cliff or a hillside. Verb, to surrender. Save. Noun, in various sports, a block that prevents an opponent from scoring. Verb, to prevent harm or difficulty. Preposition, except, with the exception of. Conjunction, unless, except. Ankle. Noun, the skeletal joint which connects the foot with the leg. The uppermost portion of the foot and lowermost portion of the leg, which contain this skeletal joint. Verb, to walk. Cage. Noun, an enclosure made of bars, normally to hold animals. Verb, to confine in a cage. To put into and keep in a cage. Proposals. Noun, something which is proposed, or offered for consideration or acceptance. Instruments. Noun, a device used to produce music. Verb, to apply measuring devices. Prediction. Noun, a statement of what will happen in the future. Nominating. Verb, to name someone as a candidate for a particular role or position, including that of an office. Proposal. Noun, something which is proposed, or offered for consideration or acceptance. Glasses. Verb, to apply fiberglass to. Noun, an amorphous solid, often transparent substance made by melting sand with a mixture of soda, potash and lime. Verb, to fit with glass. To glaze. Noun, spectacles, frames bearing two lenses worn in front of the eyes. Again. Adverb, another time, once more. Preposition, obsolete or dialectal, against. Matters. Noun, substance, material. Verb, to be important. Copied. Verb, to produce an object identical to a given object. Noun, abbreviation of million. Verb, make. Adjective, of or pertaining to the male gender. Manly. Noun, a prescribed quantity or extent. Noun, always meter, a device that measures things. Noun, the international mile, a unit of length precisely equal to 1.609344 kilometers established by treaty among Anglophone nations in 1959. Divided into 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards. Noun, a half note, drawn as a semibreve with a stem. Noun, a unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Noun, a period into which a year is divided, historically based on the phases of the moon. Program. Noun, a set of structured activities. Verb, to enter a program or other instructions into a computer or other electronic device. To instruct it to do a particular task. Developed. Verb, to change with a specific direction. Progress. Adjective, said of a country, not primitive, not third world. Dairy. Noun, also dairy products or dairy produce. Products produced from milk. Noun, a place, often on a farm, where milk is processed and turned into products such as butter and cheese. Adjective, referring to products produced from milk. Daily. Noun, something that is produced, consumed, used, or done every day. Verb, to drive an automobile frequently, on a daily basis, for regular and mundane tasks. Adjective, that occurs every day, or at least every working day. Controversial. Adjective, arousing controversy, a debate or discussion of opposing opinions. Documented. Verb, to record in documents. Crab. Noun, a crustacean of the infraorder Brachyura, having 5 pairs of legs, the foremost of which are in the form of claws, and a carapace. Verb, to fish for crabs. Signatures. Noun, a person's name, written by that person. Used as identification or to signify approval of accompanying material, such as a legal contract. 50. Noun. A banknote or coin with a denomination of 50. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 49 and before 51. Scared. Verb. To frighten, terrify, startle, especially in a minor way. Adjective. Feeling fear, afraid, frightened, convenient. Adjective. Serving to reduce a difficulty, or accessible with minimum difficulty, expedient. Signing. Verb. To make a mark. Noun. The act of concluding a contract, especially by an athlete or entertainer with a company. Die. Verb. To stop living, to become dead, to undergo death. Analyze. Verb. To subject to analysis. Sheet. Noun. A thin bedcloth used as a covering for a mattress or as a layer over the sleeper. Verb. To cover or wrap with cloth, or paper, or other similar material. Guest. Noun. A recipient of hospitality, specifically someone staying by invitation at the house of another. Verb. To appear as a guest, especially on a broadcast. Descriptive. Noun. Grammar. An adjective, or other descriptive word. Adjective. Of, relating to, or providing a description. Non. Adverb. To no extent, in no way. Chairman. Noun. A person presiding over a meeting. Verb. To serve as chairman. Excellence. Noun. The quality of being excellent, brilliance. Accepted. Verb. To receive, especially with a consent, with favor, or with approval. Adjective. Generally approved, believed, or recognized. Difficult. Verb. To make difficult, to impede, to perplex. Adjective. Hard, not easy, requiring much effort. Normally. Adverb. Under normal conditions or circumstances, usually, most of the time. Reformatting. Verb. To format anew or again, generally erasing a previous format. Noun. The act by which something is reformatted. Magnet. Noun. A piece of material that attracts some metals by magnetism. Nearby. Adjective. Adjacent, near, close by. Adverb. Next to, close to. Depend. Verb. Followed by on or upon. Formerly also by of. To be contingent or conditioned. To have something as a necessary condition. To hinge on. Rescued. Verb. To save from any violence, danger or evil. Cheating. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Noun. An act of deception, fraud, trickery, imposture, imposition or infidelity. Adjective. Unsporting or underhand. Buyer. Noun. A person who makes one or more purchases. Recommend. Verb. To bestow commendation on. To represent favorably. To suggest. Endorse or encourage as an appropriate choice. Reachable. Noun. Someone or something that can be reached. Adjective. Within easy reach, accessible. Imposed. Verb. To establish or apply by authority. Authenticate. Adjective. Of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb. To render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof, attestation, or formalities required by law, or sufficient to entitle to credit. Locate. Verb. To place. To set in a particular spot or position. Dancer. Noun. A person who dances, usually as a job or profession. Candles. Noun. A light source consisting of a wick embedded in a solid, flammable substance such as wax, tallow, or paraffin. Verb. To observe the growth of an embryo inside an egg, using a bright light source. Former. Adjective. Previous. Detect. Verb. To discover or find by careful search, examination, or probing. Adjective. Detected. Recreational. Adjective. For, or relating to, recreation. Pardon. Noun. Forgiveness for an offense. Verb. To forgive. A person. Interjection. Often used when someone does not understand what another person says. Documentaries. Noun. A film, TV program, publication, etc., which presents a social, political, scientific or historical subject in a factual or informative manner. Shower. Noun. A brief fall of precipitation, spell of rain, or a similar fall of snow, sleet, or cascade. Verb. Followed by with. To spray with. A specified liquid. Confusion. Noun. A lack of clarity or order. Miles. Noun. The international mile. A unit of length precisely equal to 1.609344 kilometers established by treaty among Anglophone nations in 1959. Divided into 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards. Adverb. Much. A lot. Used to emphasize a comparative. Propeller. Noun. One who, or that which, propels. Either. Adverb. After a negative. As well. Pronoun. One or other of two people or things. Conjunction. Introduces the first of two, or occasionally more, options or possibilities. The second, or last, of which is introduced by, or. Handles. Noun. The part of an object which is designed to be held in the hand when used or moved. Verb. To touch. To feel or hold with the hand. S. Childhood. Noun. The state of being a child. Apologized. Verb. Often followed by for. To make an apology or excuse. To acknowledge some fault or offense. With expression of regret for it. By way of amends. Assumptions. Noun. The act of assuming, or taking to or upon oneself. The act of taking up or adopting. Preference. Noun. The selection of one thing or person over others. With the main adposition being for in relation to the thing or person. But possibly also of. Verb. To give preferential treatment to. To give a preference to. Preparation. Noun. The act of preparing or getting ready. Assertive. Adjective. Boldly self-assured. Confident without being aggressive. Ruin. Noun. Sometimes in the plural. The remains of a destroyed or dilapidated construction, such as a house or castle. Verb. To cause the fiscal ruin of. Seeds. Noun. A fertilized and ripened ovule, containing an embryonic plant. Verb. To plant or sow an area with seeds. Sang. Verb. To produce musical or harmonious sounds with one's voice. Landmarks. Noun. An object that marks the boundary of a piece of land, usually a stone, or a tree. Verb. To officially designate a site or building as a landmark. Episode. Noun. An incident, action, or time period standing out by itself, but more or less connected with a complete series of events. Regenerative. Adjective. That serves to regenerate. Dancers. Noun. A person who dances, usually as a job or profession. Hiking. Verb. To take a long walk for pleasure or exercise. Noun. Walking in the countryside for pleasure or sport. Noun. Abbreviation of million. Verb. Make. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the male gender. Manly. Noun. A prescribed quantity or extent. Noun. Always meter. A device that measures things. Noun. The international mile. A unit of length precisely equal to 1.609344 kilometers established by treaty among Anglophone nations in 1959. Divided into 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards. Noun. A half note. Drawn as a semibreve with a stem. Noun. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Noun. A period into which a year is divided. Historically based on the phases of the moon. Help. Noun. Action given to provide assistance. aid. Misplaced. Verb. To put something somewhere and then forget its location. To mislay. Adjective. Uncomfortable, especially due to one's surroundings. Actionable. Adjective. That can be acted on, that can be used as the basis for taking action. Cats. Noun. An animal of the family Felidae. Verb. To hoist the anchor by its ring so that it hangs at the cathead. Noun. A program in command in Unix that reads one or more files and directs their content to the standard output. Verb. To apply the cat command to one or more files. Noun. A catapult. Noun. Any of a variety of earth-moving machines. From their manufacturer Caterpillar Inc. Noun. A twin-hulled ship or boat. Noun. A group, often named or numbered, to which items are assigned based on similarity or defined criteria. Noun. Any fish of the order Siluriformes. Mainly found in fresh water. Lacking scales. And having barbels like whiskers around the mouth. Noun. Someone who creates a fake profile on a social media platform in order to deceive people. Genetic. Adjective, relating to genetics or genes. Pretending. Verb. To claim. To allege. Especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Noun. The act of imagining. Make-believe. Crashed. Verb. To collide with something destructively, fall or come down violently. Predictions. Noun. A statement of what will happen in the future. Republican. Noun. Someone who favors a republic as a form of government. Adjective. Advocating or supporting a republic as a form of government. Advocating or supporting republicanism. Add up. Verb. To take a sum. Locksmith. Noun. One who practices locksmithing. Alley. Noun. A narrow street or passageway. Especially one through the middle of a block giving access to the rear of lots or buildings. Other. Noun. An other. Another. Person. Etc. More often rendered as another. Verb. To regard. Label or treat as an other. As not part of the same group. To view as different and alien. Adjective. See other. Determiner. Below. Adverb. Apart from. In the phrase other than. Nut. Noun. A hard-shelled seed. Verb. Mostly in the form nutting. To gather nuts. No. Noun. A negating expression. An answer that shows disagreement or disapproval. Adverb. Now only used with different. With comparatives more and less. And informally with certain other adjectives such as good and fun. Not. Not at all. Preposition. Without. Nearest. Adjective. Physically close. Preposition. Closest to. Defective. Noun. A person or thing considered to be defective. Adjective. Having one or more defects. Skipped. Verb. To move by hopping on alternate feet. Emotion. Noun. A person's internal state of being, an involuntary physiological response to an object or a situation. Based on or tied to physical state and sensory data. Areas. Noun. A measure of the extent of a surface. It is measured in square units. Caregiver. Noun. A carer. Shopping. Verb. To visit stores or shops to browse or explore merchandise. Especially with the intention of buying such merchandise. Noun. The process of buying goods or services. Or searching for those suitable to buy. Murder. Noun. The crime of deliberately killing another person without justification. Verb. To deliberately kill a person or persons without justification, especially with malice aforethought. Competitive. Adjective. Capable of competing successfully. Sofa. Noun. A raised area of a building's floor. Usually covered with carpeting. Used for sitting. Verb. To furnish with one or more sofas. Individual. Noun. A person considered alone, rather than as belonging to a group of people. Adjective. Relating to a single person or thing as opposed to more than one. Hash. Noun. Food, especially meat and potatoes, chopped and mixed together. Verb. To chop into small pieces. To make into a hash. Clears. Verb. To remove obstructions, impediments or other unwanted items from. Noun. A relatively strong, coarse flour that has only been sifted once. Based. Verb. To give as its foundation or starting point. To lay the foundation of. Adjective. Founded on. Having a basis. Often used in combining forms. Dreaming. Verb. To see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Noun. An instance of dreaming. A dream or reverie. Cappuccino. Noun. An Italian coffee-based beverage made from espresso and milk that has been steamed and or frothed. Architect. Noun. A professional who designs buildings or other structures. Or who prepares plans and superintends construction. Verb. To design, plan, or orchestrate. Period. Noun. A length of time. Verb. To come to a period. To conclude. Adjective. Designating anything from a given historical era. Interjection. That's final. That's the end of the matter. Analogous to a period ending a sentence. End of story. Break. Noun. An instance of breaking something into two or more pieces. Verb. To separate into two or more pieces. To fracture or crack. By a process that cannot easily be reversed for reassembly. Chemist. Noun. A person who specializes in the science of chemistry, especially at a professional level. Conclusion. Noun. The end, finish, close or last part of something. Regions. Noun. Any considerable and connected part of a space or surface. Specifically, a tract of land or sea of considerable but indefinite extent. A country. A district. In a broad sense. A place without special reference to location or extent but viewed as an entity for geographical, social or cultural reasons. Noun. Definite. The regions. The rest of the country excluding the capital city or metropolitan region.